So the channel formerly known as Screw Attack, now called Death Battle, is having a death battle between the characters Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Jason Lee Scott from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I had no idea this was going on. I think someone told me it was happening, but I didn't really pay much attention to it because I don't really pay attention to the death battle scene like I used to back in the day when the channel was called Screw Attack. If they have an anime battle, I'll watch the anime battle, but this one has got my interest as well, much like the Dragon Zord versus Mechagodzilla. This one's in my attention range as well. So a lot of people have been asking me, who do I think is going to win? Do I think it's going to be Leonardo? Do I think it's going to be Jason Lee Scott? And I honestly don't know. Now, a few hours ago, they put out the Leonardo stats, or the stats. They just said he knows Bushido, and that's about it. They didn't really go into the specialty stats or anything like that. So they just said, hey, he knows this form of samurai art, and that's about it. So I don't know what they're going to cover for Jason Lee Scott, or just Jason. I'll just call him Jason. I don't know what they're going to cover for Jason, because Jason does have a lot to go over, whether it be his arsenal, his morphin suit, and because Screw Attack is bringing out the best of their abilities, it does get me wonder, are they just going to focus on Mighty Morphin Jason, or are they going to focus on Omega Red Jason, or they're going to bring up Zeo Ranger Gold Jason? I get the feeling it's just going to be Mighty Morphin, because I'm guessing that most of Death Battle's audience have not read the comics, or they're aware of what goes on in the comics, so they probably don't know who the Omega Rangers are and stuff like that that's going on in the comics right now. They're probably going to stick to the Mighty Morphin TV show. Maybe they'll name drop the Omega suits and stuff like that. Who knows? I have no idea. I have no idea how Death Battle does stuff these days. I haven't watched a Death Battle episode in ages. Probably since the Dragon Zord versus the Mechagodzilla. But I'm curious how this fight is going to go down, because a lot of people are saying Leonardo is going to win. And I'm probably going to agree with them. I get the feeling that Leonardo might maybe win the battle against Jason, because how I think the fight is going to go down, I think that Jason's going to fight Leonardo unmorphed. He's going to get a few hits, he's going to get a few punches, and when things get serious, I get the feeling Jason will morph and he'll be able to hold his own for a little bit, because these suits and Mighty Morphin are durable. They do take a few damage before sparking, and then I get the feeling after a while Leonardo will probably get some sort of upper hand on Jason and win the battle. But if I've got any predictions on how Jason will win the battle against Leonardo, well, I get the feeling that Jason might have a ass pull victory at the last second. He'll use his Tyrannosaurus Rex sword to come down at the last minute when he's losing the fight, or he's stuck into a corner, to come down and stomp on Leonardo. That's why I get the feeling how he's going to win the death battle in this fight. That's why I get the feeling he's going to take home the victory against Leonardo by summoning the Tyrannosaurus Rex and having it stomp down on Leonardo to get the victory, because that's the only way I see it. He summons the Zord and stomps down on him. I mean, maybe he can use his weapons to get a few good hits on Leo, depending on how the fight goes down and what Leo's capable of doing, because Jason's got his power sword, he's also got the blade blaster and stuff like that. If he does bring them to the battle, no doubt about it, he will, because the blade blaster is attached to the side and he can summon the power Zord, so who knows how that's going to go down. But we don't know what Jason's going to get stats on until next week, which I might come back and revisit this possibility predictions video, like do this in 2 parts and see if I change my mind or change my opinion with who's going to win this death battle, because at the moment my money is riding on Leonardo. I know, which is funny because I talk about Power Rangers on the channel, but Power Rangers have never had a victory on death battle. Their Zords always get curve stomped by Gundams and Voltron and Mechagodzilla. They always have their Zords get curve stomped in those death battles where they have false hope, where you think the Zord is going to win but it doesn't. So I get the feeling that Jason might lose because Power Rangers have a terrible winning streak or a terrible losing streak against other characters in the death battle. So maybe Jason will win. I'm trying to be optimistic and hope that Jason will win because he's my boy, but we'll have to wait and see when the episode drops in 2 weeks. Anyway guys, that's enough of me rambling about Leonardo versus Jason, making predictions who will win. For now, my money is on Leonardo, although I do have high hopes that Jason will win. I'm going to be optimistic about that, but for now, a lot of my money is riding on Leonardo. But when they do Jason's stats and they talk about Jason in next week's video, I'll definitely come back and revisit this topic again and see how they talked about Jason, what they said about him. I get the feeling if they're going to go deep into the stats, it's going to be in the actual battle, no doubt about it. But once the actual battle drops, I'll do a live reaction, much like they did with Godzilla and Mechagodzilla and the Dragon Sword, no doubt about it. I'll do a reaction for that, but we'll see what happens. But anyway guys, who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be Jason? Do you think it's going to be Leonardo? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear your opinions. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out and take care.